Dark so long I cannot find the meaning. Hold my hand, let me stay by your side through this never-ending night. I can feel it now, it haunts me. All these demons, how they surround me. In this red light, it calls me. He is reaching out, consuming. Tyrant of the dark star, where's my love? What hold this heart?
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Goblins and Gaze. I'm Aubrey, your GM, and I'll introduce my players, who they are, who they're playing, and then we'll roll on to things.
Hi, I'm Maki. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Gravewing, the Nagaji Sylph vigilante monk / air cadeticist, who also uses she, her pronouns, and she is the party mom / strategist of the rebellion.
Hello. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Laeth Idrisi IV, the matricidal Dampier Dandy Rogue and Spy Master, who uses she, any pronouns.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm playing Eurideux, just Eurideux still. They are our Nephilim, cursed boy of a problem. They are going to be the party in this rebellion's firebrand, and they also use they, he pronouns.
Hello, I am Farris. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Alouette, a totally normal Nephilim thaumaturge bard having a very normal and good time learning all about her way more cursed family. She also uses she, her pronouns and is the Anathema partisan.
Hello, I am Sparlock, and both me and my character use he, him pronouns. I'm going by Alistair Whiskerfield, wizard detective extraordinaire. As heir to the fine distinguished family of wizard, mice, ratzards, Isoki arcanists. I swear I was always aware of it. I keep my whiskers to the ground to uncover the truth of the powers that be who subjugate us, by which I mean I'm our recruiter.
And hello, to round off the group, I am Tick. I have he, she, they pronouns, and today I'll be playing Nihil, a flesh warp sorcerer who is just a totally ordinary cook and quartermaster for the group, and definitely not a cannibal. Parentheses, he's a cannibal, but it's a dietary restriction, so don't be too mean to him.
So, who wants to tell me what happened last time?
Okay, previously on the last episode of... I forgot what we call this thing.
Tyrant of the Dark Star.
Yeah, that one. Jeez Louise. Let's see here. Tal's corpse, super missing. The Raven Mother's corpse, also missing. Laeth is gathering gossip. Scriabins, the worst. The general town is bad. Larks suck. Laeth apparently getting married. To who? It seems like Alouette. Also, this is bad. The father is trying to break it up. Meanwhile, Yuri went home. Mom was vaguely suspicious. Nobles' accoutrements have been returned to them. Yuri's dad, not looking great, but seems like actually a decent guy. We might have like a decent father figure in this group. Excellent. Meanwhile, Laeth and Yuri have a chat about just random stuff, and also the fact that Laeth may or may not be engaged to Lou. Yuri says, maybe talk to Lou about it. Laeth says no. And meanwhile, Lou and Gravewing get back to the Wizard Tower with Alistair, decide this requires an expert. So they go to the I can't talk today. God damn it. Okay. Wollstonecraft Manor. And then we all converge together by summoning Yuri, who manages to talk Lou down to a slightly less cursed form. Laeth decides that she's never going to talk to Lou ever about anything, I think is how that one went. And yeah, that's it. That's all that happened.
You all decided to stay in Starlight Bastion at the Wollstonecraft Manor tonight, just for safety, being away from people, especially with Lou's condition, we'll say. And you all wake up in the morning. Nihil, you can make breakfast, and you all can figure out whatever your plan is today. It's all of you plus Lorelei. You did mention that you were probably going to take take Killian, the Hesterhunder, to probably the Midnights.
We named it?
Yes.
I named it. I threw out a bunch of names. Y'all were like, I kind of like this one and this one and this one, and I was like, holy shit. So then I just named it after the one that had the most
had
votes.
landed on one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just picked the one that had the most votes, and that was Killian.
Fair enough.
Strudel did not win.
That's upsetting, frankly.
I'm sad Kieran
Strudel-
didn't win. I wanted him to name it after Pokemon guy.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Strudel was like
Strudel's
one
like
or
peak
2
dog
points
name.
off, actually. Yeah, Killian had like one more than Strudel. I was surprised.
I'll make everyone a tasty breakfast. The best ingredients that I can possibly figure out in this economy.
I mean, the place is pretty well stocked. Like, Connix and Lena live here when they're not like running errands for all of you. So, you know, it's got like they stock it with food.
Oh my god, I can make a proper breakfast.
Don't listen to Lou's request for bones, please.
Why not?
Yuri's just gonna glare at you. Don't.
Will it make it worse?
You
Yes.
can't feed a vegetarian bones even if they're feeling birdy.
Well, if I will trust you that you know that it will make it worse, and I will not do so. I will make a nice. Oh, right, half of you are vegans. I can't make eggs. There might be eggs here.
Vegetarian.
None
Very
of us are
luxurious.
vegans.
None of us are vegans.
We're just all vegetarians.
Can I make omelets, Aubrey?
Theoretically, yes.
I'm gonna make omelets for breakfast, and people can pick what gets put in them. Alistair can have a cheese omelet without the omelet.
So just cheese?
Yeah. I do like a little bit of omelet with my cheese.
Of course, a little bit of omelet with your cheese. I understand.
Cheese
It's
omelet
1 egg
in
and 4
French.
cups of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really too important, but I did realize you do have one extra person with you, so that probably changed up how the sleeping arrangements were.
Yeah. Maybe.
You mean
a
I
little
don't
bit.
get to
Yeah.
sleep with Moth Mom and Lorelei?
Yuri would offer their room for Laeth because they know they won't sleep on whatever the couch equivalent is, and Yuri will sleep on the couch.
Who is Yuri roomed with?
No one.
Themselves?
Oh,
they got one of
damn.
the solo rooms.
Boo. Okay.
What?
Laeth accepts.
Oh, you think Yuri's gonna think Laeth is gonna want to? They're not gonna finish the sentence.
What if we were sharing? You can just build a pillow wall between. It's fine. But I'm realizing I shared a room with Lou
Actually-
last night and did not say anything.
I don't think Lou would have slept in the room. I think Lou would have found an empty room that wasn't a bedroom just in case. So
The
Yuri could have
bathroom.
had Lou's bunk.
That's fine.
No,
The ship lives.
no, Yuri's on the fucking couch.
No, go sleep with your potential partner.
Even if you're in bird form, Yuri's gonna be like,
I'm
For
sorry.
audio listeners, that's stare.
Shenanigans and omelets aside, I've been kind of a little bit, you could say, absent for last hypothetical something called session. So our current objective, there are the automatons that are going to attack in 3 days. The Crownhammer is no longer safe as a place for us to stay. We have a Masquerade ball in 3
You
weeks.
don't truly know that second part yet.
The Crownhammer is definitely safe, and we can go back to it whenever we want, potentially. And this Masquerade ball is in 3 weeks. So we have a 3-day and 3-week event. Is there anything else that I might be missing?
That seems to be the most pressing, yes.
So, oh god, I put myself in a position where I'm leading this conversation. I didn't think this through.
You started
You
it,
really
yes.
didn't.
Proud of
Well,
you.
I think this group has been going through quite a lot of events recently. But I think we may want to spend some time looking into this next automaton attack, simply because it seems like a pressing issue that is going to come up. How many resources do we have to look into that in 3 days?
That's right. Lou, did the moth ever get to you? The mechanical moth?
Well, no.
I didn't see shit.
Really? It was supposed to. It's Steinhardt made it.
You know, possibly I went too far and too fast and did not see it.
I did see shit.
Maybe it did not recognize me because I was different.
Yuri's gonna pull out the other one, whisper something into it, and let it go, and then it's gonna fly right to you, Lou.
Just to where you
I'm not
can't
the
use it
bird
again
right
for the
now.
rest of the day.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't think.
What does the message say?
Are you sure about that? And I'm gonna look at you and like, so, okay. I guess I'll talk to Steinhardt about this. He's making more, but
Yeah, tell it to recognize monsters, why don't you?
yeah, well,
There's a flaw.
we could use that one. It only works once a day, so we can use it tomorrow.
She's gonna send a message to Gravewing and just be like, thank you.
That's a shame. It's like it was like 20 gold for the two.
That sounds expensive.
I mean, I trust Steinhardt. They made a lot of stuff for me. They gonna lift up their weapon. They made this, so
You got it back.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, of course you must have, because you gave me one
Your
of
bells.
my old bells. What else did you get?
Just some stuff for Laeth. Some of the stuff. I guess not all of it was in there.
The rest of the bells are there, though, right? There should be 6 or 5 more now, because I had one, and you gave me another one, and then I would love to have the middle 5. I have missed them.
Yeah.
Marvelous. You didn't find any of my jewelry was not returned, was it?
And I believe that anything you may want to double check in the box. Yeah, you were having a moment last night. Obviously, it was a stressful day.
Mm-hmm.
But the grate, I think, is still upstairs. So if you could check it out, unless some otherworldly being says there's no jewelry in there, it should be in there, I believe.
No, you didn't murder anyone with any of your jewelry, so it wouldn't have been kept as evidence. So
That's true. I did not murder anyone with my jewelry. Cool.
Okay,
then-
but was
We didn't
it?
murder anyone?
But was it kept because it was jewelry?
No, because some of Laeth's jewelry is in there too.
Yeah.
Well, that was because it was cult jewelry.
No, I thought they took the cult jewelry.
That's what I
It
said.
took cult jewelry.
Some of Laeth's stuff is missing because it was cult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other stuff is it is there, also specifically because it was retrieved by a noble with some pull. If you had probably requested this all yourselves, you probably wouldn't have gotten it back. You probably would have just gotten the other stuff back.
Cool. Then Lou will have found her cameo locket, which Yuri probably knows has a portrait of her mother in it. That's gonna go in her pocket.
How is Lou looking this morning?
Surprisingly normal. Very fully clothed. First off, there are clothes. Second off, the clothes are covering everything. The only thing not covered right now are her hands, because she still has to mend the gloves that she sort of busted through a little bit. So the things that aren't great, you can't tell. You don't see the permanent feathering that's happening. Everything's covered. She looks so normal. She looks too normal.
Like collar up to the chin.
Yeah. Like, she always dresses pretty properly, but like, it is extra proper. She was in full Victorian standards. There are not going to be wrists. There's not going to be ankles. Nothing.
No boob window this time.
No boob window.
Boobless.
Aww.
That's right. You've lost your boob window privileges. You got underboobed.
I'll take what I can get. This is Tick, by the way, not Nihil. Nihil's gay.
We did get underboob. You are correct.
You did. You got
though.
feathery underboob, so you're welcome. It was full dungeon meshy.
Yeah. And Lorelei does speak up at this point and say, I do want to head back to the row at some point today just to check in with Clover and Oscar and see how everything is going. They've been given orders to take the rest of the blades to other safe houses and down into the tunnels beneath the row, just in case.
Yuri's gonna
good.
grab a piece of paper and write it's like, this is Steinhardt's address. If you need more people or more help, talk to them, let them know you know me, and they could provide you with whatever you need.
We might, I don't know. We have to figure out what our plan is. Currently, we don't have enough people to do anything, and
Lou's gonna send another message to Gravewing, and say, if it is not a bother, and if there is a good moment, would you mind talking to my cousin about yesterday? Because I don't trust myself to know if they lie to me.
Okay, so I need you to know that Gravewing probably has never had message done to them.
Times in a row, baby.
Yeah, so I don't think Gravewing is actually aware that she could respond, but because we're literally in the same room, you're just gonna get like a nod.
Mm-hmm.
The nod is meant for you, but at the same time, the nod could be like, yeah, I'm understanding this entire room kind of vibe,
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. But I just think it's funny that Gravewing's like, it's in my head again. Okay, oh shit, man. How would I know?
Yeah. Gravewing thinks message is one way. That's really funny.
And overall, you do have other plot threads you can pull on. There is still all the stuff about the circus and the Darklight Bazaar. There is anything you want to follow up with like Juniper or any of the others as well.
Oh yeah. Aubrey, I'm afraid to tug on plot threads now. You've scared me. You've frightened me.
Skill
I'm
issue,
not.
I'll do it.
I also, I never actually got to send any messages out to siblings. Yesterday, I interrupted myself. So I should still do that. I was going to inquire in terms of all the things we need. more information on, like the larks and such?
I'm gonna pull out a grocery list if you're asking what we need.
This would be for information. My siblings are not going to get our groceries.
Well,
That would
That's-
require a level of companionship that we do not have.
touche.
Also, I don't think they get their own groceries.
They don't.
I'm the only one who does grocery shopping in this family.
That's all right. We're not critically short on anything, and I can work with what we have. But there's a lot of different things going on. But considering we know that there's probably an attack that's going to happen in 3 days that could cause casualties, that might be a good start. Simply because we've already started that, and we may want to see it through.
Gravewing will just kind of say, well, I actually gotta go to Darklight, so I don't mind checking in on the circus. I've got a few things to, I don't know, look up, carry out, so I can accompany anyone that's going to Darklight. Also, then I gotta go drop off this dog, so...
Yes, there is a lot of stuff going on there. Do we want to stay together? Because things have been quite chaotic and I'm not sure about splitting up.
Remind the armaments are in Darklight, right? Then I will go to Darklight because I have to go hurt myself some more.
That's what my old job was, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't want to
We're
go
from
back
there.
to see where I used to work, but honestly, if I don't have a strong lean either way, I do want if multiple people are going in that direction, I don't mind evening out the group if you need people to go there, or if you need people to hold down the house, or just you can put me anywhere. I'm like in those games, the NPCs, you know.
What?
I'll pick on a plot thread.
Don't make me choose things. None of
You
these
got it.
involve cooking.
You gotta choose one.
What does the rest of the group want to do plot thread wise?
Nope, you choose
Hypothetically.
first.
I would like to investigate the
Griabins.
robots and the
Oh.
Skriabins. But I bet
Are
it's all connected. The Skriabins are the responsible for the robots.
Actually,
I know
yes.
it.
Mhm.
Isn't there the person that we need to find, or is that like we have
There's a
time of it?
missing person from Ravenswood
Mhm.
Academy who might have connection. They're the robot attack started after they went missing.
Yeah,
And we believe the Skriabins kidnapped them, or did we just
Well,
decide
we
to
ba-
assign blame?
It basically is the Skriabins who kidnapped them. I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't sure if we had proof or if we just assumed.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain it's like when it was told to us by Wizzy Jack, it was like, and the Skriabins were the ones that signed her out.
that's right. Yes.
Yeah, and
Okay, yeah.
and so it's like, you know, I wonder why.
So we should have a
Kidnapping.
Darklight squad and a Skriabin squad.
That's what I'm thinking.
Laeth will immediately jump to be on Skriabin Swab. Skriabin Squab. Squab. Squad.
And I was gonna look at Yuri and be like,
That was
"There's
so
two on-"
good. That was so good.
And I was gonna look at Yuri and be like, "There's two on each side. Please don't make me make a decision.
No, I'm gonna make you make a decision because you need to.
Please no.
No, you're making a decision
Why are you doing this to me?"
because you need to.
Autistic,
One of these days, you're gonna need to make a
bisexual, or
decision that
both.
either saves us or kills us. So,
Why are you giving me that much power? I am just some guy.
not anymore.
Now just looks down, blank faced for just a moment while contemplating everything. And it's just like, I'll go with the rat.
Okay, then I'm going to Darklight Bazaar. Is that Gravewing and Lou?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll go with the rat and Alistair. I don't say that, I think that.
Rude.
Schism can hear it and that's it.
Yeah. So you have a plan. And we'll start with, and Lorelei will go wherever Gravewing goes.
Go with your girl toy. Go with your girl toy, Lorelei.
I'm the girl. Yeah. I needed clarification, but as I said, I was like, yeah, no, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, you kind of are. In a good way. In a good way.
In a very no, it's like very fair. I was like, I don't think Raven would be like offended necessarily by it. It's just more like girl toy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like those words together. But that's what I am, isn't it? Like, it's just
Yeah.
it'd be one of those vibes.
Like, I'll be a toy for her, I guess. You know, like.
Well, I will start with the Darklight squad first, as all of you gather whatever you need, and you put the saddlebags and everything back on Killian. And if there's anything you need to take with you from this place to another safe house, you can just load it in those saddlebags. And you all take the secret exit out from Starlight Bastion into Darklight Bazaar. Is the first area, and that's probably where you'll split up, where the other group will head over across into Clockwork Halls from Darklight Bazaar, where the rest of you will go and give a visit to Juniper and the armaments.
Really quickly, because I know that my jeweler is in Darklight. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to find someone that can do the work I need to be done for cheap.
Yeah.
So I want to go in to check and see what the progress is, but also let this guy know that I'm going to make a bunch more orders.
Yeah.
Once I go get the material. I have to basically go get the material later.
Yeah.
Which I plan to do like at the end of the week, just kind of like off on my own.
You put in the order last week, so it'll be done at the end of this week.
Okay. So when I come back with the material,
yeah, you'll have the first order.
I can have the first order. Okay, that's really good to know. That's that. I just want to get that like set in stone. Don't need to RP it, nothing. But also, I just feel like because it's there, I might as well, cement it before going back home. And by home, I mean the armor, the fucking shop. Yeah, I live there. It is the most stability I will ever have. Not sad at all.
Yeah, you all enter, and Juniper's just opened up shop this morning, and as you enter, you can lock the door behind you and flip the closed sign. So, and Juniper is working on something, and we'll look up from what she's working on and say, "Oh, hey, you're back."
Yes. You never came by the Crownhammer, which maybe now you shouldn't, but that's not because the invitation was revoked. It is because it is now a little more dangerous than it has been in that area.
I'm sorry I never did. I meant to, and then I have so much work to do.
That is so okay, but hey, next time you need a break, first dance is on me.
I'll remember that. From underneath the register area, she will pull out a wrapped bundle and sort of push it over the counter towards you, Lou, and say, "This is the journal and the translated journal for you."
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you putting this ahead of your other work and doing it so quickly.
Yeah, it seems really important. And to be fair, a lot of the other Talos books it's good information to have, but it doesn't seem, it's not an emergency because it's just mostly about his time in the Holy Blood and his experiments.
Is that More or less what this one is about?
It started as an analysis of a curse, sort of its effects on the body and a possibility of how to control it or reverse it through alchemical means.
I see. Not a very successful outcome, huh?
Actually, it was.
What?
In the back of the book, there is a formula that, when taken on the daily, can suppress the effects of the curse. There's also a formula that speeds it up.
Oh.
I just clarify, did Lou go to get this alone, personally?
No, I think we're
No,
all
I think
there.
everyone's there.
Of the group that went to Darklight.
There's what?
There's an alchemical formula in the back of the book that Talus claims that, if taken daily, will suppress the effects of the curse. There's also a formula that unleashes it. Apparently it's a no going back, though, once done.
Alice had this?
Talus, yeah, he was studying it.
Thank you. And Lou's just gotta run outside and go tuck in an alley and just breathe real hard for a hot minute.
Yeah, Juniper looks a little confused, just being like, is she okay?
No,
Oh,
why not? That's not your fault.
If you need me to make samples of the suppression agent, I can. It's actually, I'll need to get some materials because I don't have the stuff I would need, but I could make it.
I may know something similar to this. If I bring you a sample of it, could you see if it's the same?
Sure, yeah. I've got the tools to be able to analyze it here, so.
Okay. I maybe not today or tomorrow, but I'll bring it by.
Of course, anytime this week.
Yeah, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go run out after Lou.
And yeah, Judy will turn towards Gravewing and Lorelei and sort of chat about whatever's going on. And while the camera shifts and we follow Yuri and Lou.
And Lou just stuck in nearby alley.
Mm-hmm. Hyperventilating for sure.
Yeah, Yuri's gonna run up and approach slowly and just like, Lou. Hey. Do you have your bells with you?
Yes, of course I do.
Grab it, focus on it. Okay?
I wasn't expecting it to happen. Every time I turn around, it is worse.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. There are so many things that have been held from us for so long, and they're being revealed all within, it feels like, a week of each other.
Oh. At least you knew about the big one, huh?
Unfortunately. I told you that Dad has it, yeah?
No. No, but that makes sense.
Yeah. That's why I knew. Because, well, even later into in his adulthood, he had trouble with it. And It's really scary to wake up when you're 2 years old and you see a monster running through your house. And it speaks with your dad's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. No, yeah, it's despite that, still so many fucking secrets in this family.
And all of it for something that none of us did.
Just someone we happen to be related to wanted too much power. Or something. I really don't know the details behind it.
Me neither. Must have been pretty bad, though. I mean,
Apparently.
they always said it was heresy. And if it is a curse, then I mean, then that of a curse like that is so widespread, you know. I mean, what could have done it except the Star Mother?
You could say. I'm sure they pissed off a lot of deities when they did whatever to go down so many generations.
Great news for us.
I guess so. The thing Juniper talked about suppressing the curse. Yuri takes a deep sigh and they're like, well, Hortensia made Father something similar to that he takes on the daily to help suppress it. So.
Why did you not mention that before?
I don't think it's helping him. I don't know if you've noticed his health has gotten measurably worse in the past 2 years. I don't trust it, so I was going to take some and have Juniper check it out. Now that I know.
We don't know that. We don't know that the other formula even works. Just because it is in there does not mean that it did anything. Maybe we just don't have the journal that says, whoops, my bad. I killed your mother, and then you killed her, and then I stole her body.
Yeah. I don't. I wasn't. Yuri's now like looking at Lou's face and just like, I didn't tell you about that because I don't trust it. I don't know what it would do. My father loves Hortensia. Unfortunately. Hortensia and I've had fights many times. So.
And Lou almost tells Yuri about how she learned about all of this. And then can't quite do it. I should go back in before Gravewing worries I have turned into a terrible monster again.
Yeah. Later tonight, do you wanna, I could help show you ways I've been able to control it. You could practice or whatever it's called with holding a curse, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, depends on, we don't know what the night's gonna be like, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm here for whatever you need, okay?
I hope so.
You go back in, I think.
Yeah, jumping back into the shop. There are a few minutes while the cousins are out having a conversation. Is there anything, Gravewing, that you wanted to discuss with Juniper or get from the shop.
I'm not sure if the shop would have anything that I should be grabbing right now, but I will tell, because Lorelai's with me too, right?
Yeah.
So I will tell both Juniper and Lorelai, if you want to station the blades here, I don't mind it.
Yeah. And as Juniper and Lorelai meet, there's a weird moment. This sort of thing this look that's shared between them, where Juniper goes, "You were there that night." And Lorelai nods and says, "Glad you got out safe."
Gravewing looks back and forth and back, but very with the head moving back and forth between them, just like, which night?
Juniper goes, 5 years ago, when Talus kidnapped me, my friends brokered a exchange, me for Talus's journal, and one of them has connections with her, Lorelai, or the Bloody Blades, and she showed up, and I think the Unbroken might have just decided to kill us all had she not shown up.
Damn, you went to school? I'm joking. See, I'm fucking funny. What the fuck? Gravewing mumbling my party sucks. My kids think I'm hilarious.
Yeah.
But my party sucks. That's what Gravewing is kind of thinking right now.
Yeah. And as you're as the conversation comes to its end, Lou and Yuri re-enter the shop.
How's Lou's feather situation? Because usually, I know that she's dressing more modestly right now, but usually, your feathers are immodest. You're muted, Farris.
Hey, so I am. I totally forgot. I think that the only featheries that you can notice, I think there's just a little bit of feather poking out underneath her collar. Just a little fluff of red that almost looks like it's part of the collar. And if you catch a glimpse of her tail under her skirts, there's a lot more. There's it's permanently very plumaged now.
So, found anything? Look at your tail. Interesting.
No, just that everything sucks.
Club fees are $1 a month.
Do we at least get I don't know, matching bracelets?
We might. Could be arranged at this point.
That would be fun. I think that would make it a lot more enjoyable, to be sure.
I don't suppose there's any fix your curse quick.
Well, in theory, yes, actually, if it works. And she'll pick up the journal that Juniper translated.
Yeah.
That's what Juniper says this says. Obviously, we have not tested it, but theoretically, my mother did. And we did see how that turned out. So
yeah, I didn't want to say it, but
it could be it is bad. formula, or could be the good one doesn't work.
This is a shot in the dark, but have either of you ever met anyone else who's cursed? I'm talking about the more popular curses that turn you into wolves.
Tropy?
Yeah.
I knew someone once.
Might be. Well, honestly, the Rose got it's full of people. Coffin Walk, also full of people. If you're gonna find some cursed individual still in the city, it might be there. Might be worth looking into.
I'm not going to test the Talus formula out on some stranger.
Oh, no. I mean talking to other people that have a curse that turns them into a monster and see how they've been living with it. Because the lycanthropy can be passed down. They're called beastskin.
Yeah. Well, I unfortunately can't talk to my friend, so.
Guess you're gonna have to go out and make some new ones. Might be
That is
something
fun.
worth looking into is all I'm suggesting when we have the resources back. Because I'm gonna be super honest here. I don't trust medicine. And I don't even think this comes close to medicine.
Yeah. You and I share that.
Sure what?
That. Not trusting medicine.
Oh,
Because my
medicine's
mother
expensive.
is unfortunately a very wealthy alchemist that doesn't share formulas.
Yup. That's why I don't trust it.
Yep. Yeah.
Also, I think the rat might be onto something with conspiracy theories. Occasionally, I feel like he makes sense. But that could also be me sleep deprived.
Is there a conspiracy theory about medicine that I missed?
There's always been a conspiracy theory about medicine.
I meant
The
specifically
flu
from
shot is
Alistair.
bullshit.
You know,
Oh, well.
So, you all finish up at the shop and are heading over to the Circus Sunset. And we'll leave you there for the time being as we join up with the other half of the group, heading across into Clockwork Halls. Deduct the silver piece for crossing the bridge.
Sighs
Suckers.
dramatically and opens my inventory while throwing my hands in the air like a gay little boy.
You know how you dodge the bridge toll? Jump in the river?
As we're walking, I pull out my notes and I start reviewing my notes specifically on the Scriabins and the Clockwork mystery.
You do that, and so it's every week this is happening. The Scriabins, they want to essentially they're trying to force an election in the Union to essentially take it over and break it up. There is somebody that they kidnapped from Ravenswood Academy who's they're a very talented inventor, and that's about it.
It's quite the job for the great mouse detective. Think you're up to it?
Always, I need to shut these people down.
I'm gonna look over at Laeth and just awkwardly give them a thumbs up because I have not talked to Laeth a lot and she's a little scary, so thumbs up emoji is what you get.
Rabbins have been connected to all sorts of evil these days. But I'm excited for a front review on how the Great Mouse Detective does his investigations. Where do we start?
So I guess the big question is, what do you want to do here? The thing is, So Clockwork Halls is a very large district there are 5 major factories in Clockwork Halls that produce materials that are used all across Noxite in general. Clockwork Halls does a lot of exporting of like the materials and everything. There are a lot more smaller inventors who work on projects, some of them robotics, or some of them like for automatons and various other things. It just all depends on where you want to start with this.
Well, Laeth, you're quite good at gathering information and rumors and stuff, right? Do you have any idea on where snooping would be good?
I mean, what's our goal here?
I guess if we're very confident that the Scriavens are the ones that are causing the corruption, which is very probable at this point, how can we sort of find proof of better information?
Oh.
Eventually, but we can't just jump into that. Can we?
Well,
you're the great mouse detective. You should know.
In my recent experience, that isn't successful in the long term. So, I think
can't think of anyone better.
I suppose the question is, what would we need to convince people not only that they're behind this, but that that's enough reason to not support them?
We could always so the workers are already unionized, right?
Yes, there's the Clockwork Union. These Gravens want to come in and break up the union, essentially. They haven't said the words, those words specifically, but it's been heavily implied, especially because the ruling body of Malakad has been trying to force the union to break up for several years.
Perhaps we should create a situation where the Scriavens will be tempted to act. I think we should sow some anti-Scriaven hatred amongst the union members in one particular factory to make that factory the next most likely target.
Interesting strategy. Perhaps if we know where they're going to target next, we can follow these... No, these machines are coming from different factories, so we can keep a monitor on our sort of egg bait, like our little egg, and watch its insides closer to see where the corruption comes from, and I suppose catch things in the act, is what you're saying?
Exactly.
These robots are coming from within the factories, each individually, so being able to keep a watch on that and have an idea of the next target might be good, but it would be putting people in danger.
Well, we could always try to stop them at the source. There's the girl that they kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
Nihil, you've worked service jobs. You could go undercover as a maid. We know they've been killing them.
I would make a good maid, but, I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Actually, you were kind of mumbling a little bit.
You could go undercover as a maid. We know that they've been killing them, so they probably need more. And you could, look around, see if you can find the missing girl.
That is an option. On my own?
Well, they know my face, and they certainly know Alistair's face.
I do have a very strange face, though. I'm not sure if the bandages will be off-putting or not. I love he's debating, but Gravewing does this, but you could put Nihil in a dress. I'm like, but I do want to put Nihil in a dress now.
I'm talking about the long, modest ones, not the weird fucking Halloween costume one. I'm talking about the long.
Yeah,
Just picture it. Nihil in a dress. I'm onto something.
Victorian ones. Mm-hmm.
You're cooking.
I'm onto something.
You're
I'm
cooking.
onto something. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
cooking well.
I honestly am like maybe on this idea, but now I'm like I just want to see them in a dress. I'm gonna be so fucking real with you.
I'm being
Go
so,
to the masquerade in a dress.
I'm being so fucking for real right now. Nihil in like a black dress in general, long sleeve, high neck, black dress. I'm cooking.
You are cooking.
It's seasoned. It's
Yes.
marinating. Come on. I'm just saying,
Dare I
Nihil
say.
in a dress kind of fucking slaps, okay?
How exactly do they hire new maids? Is there a recruitment process?
I mean, we can certainly forge you a recommendation. I think if you show up with a recommendation and a willingness to work.
I am terrified of this plan, but I am willing to do it for the sake of the group. I just really hate having to interact with other people.
Well, once you're in, no one will talk to you or look at you. So,
Oh, that's perfect then,
I mean,
actually.
I suppose the other maids might.
Yeah, but Niall's not gonna be allowed to cook. And they're gonna do something incredibly faux pas and try to cook and oh no.
I won't cook. God in the skies. I can contain myself for approximately 30 minutes, which is all I'll need.
That was Schism, actually.
Shut up, Skid. But our two ideas are sowing discord amongst the factory in order to make it a target, or to target the root source and I dress up as a maid. One of these seems a lot more rational than the other, and one of them seems a lot more fan service oriented than the other.
I agree. Targeting a factory is such fan service.
Incredibly.
Well, I would have to be gone for probably a day or two on my own. How would I contact you in case something happens? I don't think I have messages to spell.
I do.
Oh my god, I do have messages to spell, but it's 120 feet, so someone would have to stay outside the house at all times.
At level 5, it's 500 feet.
Oh shit,
Still
really?
would have to stay outside at all times. And I'm not certain about line of effect. I was trying to figure that out actually, because I was thinking about waiting outside.
It just says targets one creature, so it doesn't say about like line of sight. I can just think about the rat and be like, rat message delivered.
We do also have that scarf. It only lasts for an hour, but it could get you and Alistair both inside.
Do you
And
not
then
want to
Laeth-
come inside?
Laeth sort of pauses and smiles a little manically and says, actually, I have a great idea for a distraction if you didn't want to pose as a maid, or if you needed a little more time for rummaging.
You scare me. What is it?
The patriarch of the Scriabin family recently died, and they have a new leader. For all we know, he did the same thing I did at that harvest ball. Maybe he wants to chat. We were meant to be in-laws, you know.
I can never say this enough, but you scare me. That is brilliant.
That is really awesome. Question for the DM, because I can't remember. Who all saw me when I broke into the Scriabin's place?
A bunch of guards, then, a bunch of the house guards and stuff. Probably the Scriabin. You would have seen the Scriabins themselves because they would have shown. Well, actually, you were unconscious, so you don't know beyond the house guards.
But you can just call him racist. Say you're a different mouse.
I don't think they care if they're racist or not. I'm gonna be so real with you. All mice are now enemies. We love racism in this Scriabin house. I guess we're doing Nihil in a dress as our plot point. All right. Where are we going to get a maid dress at this point in time?
Anywhere.
Do I look like someone that knows where to get maid dresses?
Yes.
I'm rolling a d20 to see if I know where to get maid dresses.
I'm gonna vocally say it now. This is hilarious. This is so fun.
What skill check is knowing where to get a maid dress, Aubrey?
This is society.
Okay, I hope I don't roll good on this because I feel really bad. I have a good society, which makes this worse. I got a 30 for knowing where to get a fucking maid dress. I'm gonna fucking shoot myself in the foot.
Niall's done this before.
Do I have a hookup, Aubrey? Do I have a maid dress ready? Do I have someone?
You don't have one ready. You know that things like that are generally sold at places in the Darklight Bazaar. There are, and it's not like a maid dress specifically, and each house will sometimes usually have different things they require from their housekeeping, different things they require them to wear. So you can get something incredibly basic, and then it will need to either be tailored or changed to fit what the house needs once you have the job.
Okay. So, I guess we'll be going to the Darklight Bazaar to pick out a affordable maid dress, which I think everyone else is there too right now. Are we sure we don't want to do any investigating while we're here? We came all this way.
You spent the silver piece.
We spent the silver piece. We may as well ask around. Maybe we could do both plans, sow a little bit of discord and keep watch on this place, and also, prepare option B at the same time. We did get here, you know? And Laeth, you do have an excellent skill for, lying.
This isn't quite my usual crowd, but...
I'm not, I worked a minimum wage job. Maybe I can help. Slightly above minimum wage. My boss tipped me well when I did good, but, still. Minimum wage workers.
Yeah. I mean, above table, I'm fine helping gather gossip.
Okay.
I just don't know what, or is this the sowing rumors? Are we gathering information?
Sowing rumors. Like, we could do a bit of both, but I was like, if we start setting up rumors now and like,
you've gathered quite a bit of gossip from telephone calls. That's the thing, is there's not really more gossip to gather.
So the idea is we start our own gossip with blackjacks and hookers. And before is everyone in the group okay with us spreading the most heinous gossip at the Scravens before we do it?
Ruin them.
Okay. Getting a thumbs up from everyone? Got it.
I am all for this.
Okay, party vibe check before we do this, because this will impact everyone significantly.
Only if they trace it back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hypothetically. So, I don't want Gravewing to be like, what did you guys do? And then just someone kicked out. I was like, what did you guys do?
Listen,
well, she might, but...
listen, I just want you to tell her about the maid plan. That is all I request out of this.
Oh, don't worry, I will. But I guess we're doing both plans, like a two-pronged attack, simply because, maybe I shouldn't be there spreading rumors then. Maybe because I'm going to be applying for the maid service, if they track my face to it, then it would be a bad idea.
I'm already known to them, so if I'm spreading rumors, though maybe if while you're buying the maid dress, could you pick up some like temporary fur color? You know, like that stuff you buy at like CVS.
We have the scarves. We have the scarf.
Yeah. Well, you're buying a maid dress. Can you pick up some fur dye as well? Sentences that need to be pinned.
Guys, we have the scarf. Just use the scarf while you sew the
rumors. It only lasts for
rumors.
an hour, though. The scarf.
You only need to sew hours. Rumors
Lou
for
also
an
can
hour. How long?
give you a disguise as
doing
well.
an 8-hour shift talking shit.
But we're already here. Why don't you guys spend an hour talking shit, and I'll just kind of wait in the corner, sipping my little beverage.
Yep.
I don't want to be associated.
Are we agreed that we're talking shit at like one specific place?
I will say it's better to talk shit at one of the taverns than one of the actual factories, because the thing is, there are a small contingent of people working at the factories, but the factories are mostly run by automatons.
Okay. Shit talking at tavern time. Go.
Yeah, you will get better bang for your buck shit talking at a tavern.
We're banging them?
Touché.
Anyways, yeah, I totally agree. You guys should shit talk at a tavern. I will sit at a table away from you guys and have a little sippy of milk.
No. Give me that roll to sow rumors.
Can I use conspiracy lore?
Sure.
Yeah,
What is
technically this is a
this?
conspiracy at this point.
Is this society?
Yes, I believe so.
A 27.
27.
Was that a 6? You know what? I'm gonna re-roll that with a hero point because I bet I could do so much better than rolling a 6. And then I rolled a 6 again, so an 18. At least I didn't roll lower than a 6.
This is true. I'm going to ask each of you to give me one rumor that you spread, and based on how successful your rolls were, it may or may not spread.
You should go first so I can think of a rumor. I gotta calibrate my mind to the pores.
Yeah, so the Scriabins are attempting to take our jobs by raising up what's something that's worth a 6? Raising up
You got
a
an 18.
Yeah, but it's not my best rumor.
Okay.
They're Okay, there it is. They want to get rid of the Clockwork Union by raising up an army of artificially intelligent automatons. And the ones that have been going haywire are their failed experiments.
You said you were
Or
doing
they're
a
more
bad
successful
rumor. That's
ones.
such a good rumor. Does anyone have any good rumor ideas? My brain is empty.
I mean, you could just spread the rumor that Scriabins are trying to disband the Union. That probably would scare them.
Is that not already known?
That is a rumor that is already going around.
Oh, it's a rumor already.
And
Okay.
Consider one of the Scriabins is trying to marry into a really poor family, so they could get the poor family's reputation higher, and to ruin someone else's reputation. So it's actually the Scriabin. Maybe the Scriabin is impersonating of the lair.
Knew that's where that was going.
Maybe there's a fake marriage going around.
Another one.
It's like your third fake marriage. You gotta stop, bro.
Third.
No,
So many
Intervention
fake
one
divorces
time.
at this point.
Mm-hmm. You could do, so it's already known that the Scriabins are trying to union bust, but you could say that they plan to sell the factories after they get full hold of them, and that does not include the contracted workers.
Yeah, I like that. That is what my rumor is.
Because Aki knows how to union bust. No.
I don't like that.
Anti-vaxxer
Nah.
union buster Aki.
Yeah.
Are we sure we should
yeah.
supporting this woman? I think we should deplatform her.
Oh, why? Because I'm an Asian woman?
Yeah.
During Women's History Month? This coming from a
Is
white
it Women's History
Italian.
Month this month?
Yeah, March
it's
is Women's
March.
History Month.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought it was the
Reported,
end of March.
yes.
I mean, it is in America. I don't know if that's true anywhere else.
Canadians don't get rights. You're right.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I mean,
Neither
that's
do we.
actively what you guys are trying to do right now, so.
Don't say you guys. It's two
I will,
people in the government.
Americans. I will.
I'm Mexican.
I
In
thought
America.
You were American.
Well,
I
moving
thought you
on.
were gay.
Look at all these things
Moving
that
on.
Dusty lied about.
Moving on. Yeah, you all spread these rumors, and then you're gonna head back over to Darklight, right? To go maid dress shopping.
Yeah.
I guess I'm dress shopping.
Yeah, well, you're crossing the bridge again, so that's another silver piece.
God, I'm gonna spend all my silver pieces at this point.
Yeah, no, you're going to do that, and then we'll jump back to the other group as you all decide to head towards the circus. It is currently being guarded and blocked off by the Holy Blood, just letting you all know. So if you want to get in, you're going to need to make some stealth checks.
I have lengthy diversion. Could I do that instead?
Depending on what your diversion is, you may not be able to go in with the cousins.
I could cause a diversion, and you two could go in.
I was
'Cause
just
I'm
going
not
to
stealthy.
disguise myself.
Yeah, I'm not the stealthy one. We know this.
I haven't given out my talismans yet today. I could make 2 disguise talismans right here, and we could all just be Holy Blood members and walk in, maybe. Attempt to walk in.
Lorelei's with us. So that's
Lorelai's
all.
He gets to
good at
watch.
stealth.
Yeah, I was gonna say that bitch is really good at stealth. I need you to know that I am not trained in stealth.
Yeah, but you're like a snake.
I'm a snake with +4 to stealth. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, snakes aren't stealthy. I'm sorry.
I'm just have a good deck, so that's why I'm suggesting lengthy diversion for me. But like that's just because I'm actually trained in deception.
I mean,
And
that's why I was
potentially.
going to say we should
Yeah,
just
if
all be
you're-
disguised. 'cause I
If you're
can.
disguised, you'll be rolling deception to get in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I have my shadowy disguise, and then I haven't used any of my talismans today. So
I'm also trained in deception, apparently. No, that makes sense. It's not an apparently. That makes sense.
So I'm gonna find. Well, for the talismans, those are easy because it's just any disguise. So it's just some general, like Holy Blood looks, and then the shadowy disguise. She's gonna like try to find someone who doesn't look like they'll be noticed, and then steal their face. Mechanically, I don't think it matters, but the way I've set it up narratively, she keeps using other people's faces. So
Yeah.
now we look like Holy Blood members. Go whatever Holy Blood member I found has to be about the same height as me. I think there's only a 6-inch difference I can do.
Well, you can easily do that and give me deception rolls to sneak into the circus, and Lorelei will find her own way in.
Okie dokie.
30-20.
I use the hero point, which is going to bring it up to a 19.
21.
21. So as you all do this, just sort of Lorelei just sort of vanishes into the shadows as the 3 of you take on faces that are not your own and just walk in like you're supposed to be here. Probably one of you says something about taking over watch for who the people on duty. And you just seem to be so very sure of yourselves that the 3 people guarding the entrance don't think anything of it and decide, now is a great time to take a break. And they move on, leaving you with the circus fairgrounds.
We're on circus grounds.
Yeah.
So it's been a hot minute since we did anything with the circus. Can you please remind me what happened? I know that they're missing, but like I
Some
feel
of them
like
are missing. Some of them have been confirmed as being confined.
Like they got stolen through a mirror, right?
Yeah.
Someone got murdered through a mirror.
Same difference.
Yeah.
No,
Something
very
came out of-
different difference.
Someone
life
came
got
out of a
stolen
mirror
through a
and
mirror. Yeah.
murdered But yes, somebody
The
came
person
through.
who murdered what? Oh, sorry, never mind. You're literally about to say. Keep going.
Somebody came during the middle of their last performance. Someone came through one of the mirrors and murdered the performer in front of the entire crowd. Then they vanished, and then the Holy Blood and the Coin Guard locked the place down as they were trying to figure out what happened and stop it from happening again. And they just, for the last few weeks, haven't lifted this quarantine or whatever. But you did learn that a lot of anybody who's still here is being confined to their quarters and is not allowed to leave.
A reminder as I assume, talk to people is that if we take off the disguises, we cannot put them back on. So just bear that in mind for exiting. And if that causes problems conversing with people. But otherwise, I thought perhaps maybe going to the crime scene, at least that is what they do in the detective novels, and that seems like what Alistair would do, so I thought crime scene first, and then talk to people.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good plan.
So it's relatively easy to know where the crime scene was because it's the big top, the large circus tent with its star motif on this red background. You pull open and walk in, and the ring itself is in disarray. You see benches flipped over. In the center lies a shattered mirror surrounded by long dried blood. The body itself is no longer here, but you see various accoutrements of this person's act laying around, and any lights or anything haven't been maintained in a while, so it's dark in here. I believe you all have enough dark vision to see without a problem, and yeah, you're sort of left with the shattered mirror, these accoutrements of the performance, and a lot of very dried blood.
I would like to pull out my little pendant to sense magic.
Yeah, that mirror, without a doubt.
It's still magical?
It still has traces of magic.
Hold on, let me see what else this silly little thing gives me. No, okay. It's very straightforward. Is there magic? Is there no magic? Heard.
Yep. The answer is yes, there is magic.
Magic is yes. Okay. That doesn't seem worth mentioning.
Could I do a monster lore check? See if there is anything that I know would attack from mirrors or something?
Sure. Yeah. Give me a monster lore.
We have another hero point, yeah?
Yeah.
Been going long enough. Come on, dice. Come on, dice. This is the cousin's dice too. Maybe that's why. That's a 9.
A 9.
A 9 total.
A 9.
It's not a nat 1. It's a nat 2.
There are too many things that could attack through mirrors. That, especially with as little information as you have, you cannot narrow it down.
Okay. Yuri's looking at it like Miles Morales looking at Peter Parker.
I don't know where Lorelai currently is, but I know that she sneaked in. So no one else but us is here, so I'll just be like, look.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Shit.
Just to kind of just materializes from Shadow because she got a nat 20
Incredible.
for a 30 to stealth.
Don't do that to me, Lori. I have an
Sorry.
advanced age. Gravewing says, who is like 4 years younger than her. Don't do that to me. I'm gonna be so real with you. You know anything about this? You're the Bloody Blades. You would at least know assassin stuff.
If it was assassins, it's a strange target. You know, the circus, not a lot of money here. My people used to come to the shows all the time. It's cheap, fun entertainment, good for a night, good to impress a date.
Same, I bring my kids here, but...
Yeah. Possibility could be an assassin, be a very powerful assassin to attack through a mirror.
The mirror was part of the act. Are we able to tell? If not, we can just go talk to people. But are we able to tell from like what's left here what the act was?
Actually, straight up, do I even know what the act is? I've been here before.
Yeah. This person was. They were what was a little more than like a hedge mage. They could do simple magic tricks and things like that. With using illusion magic, they would dance with their reflection. Using things like that, using illusion magic, using the mirror, to steal images, and manipulate them.
This act, if I remember correctly, was like illusion based. Could dance with a reflection and stuff.
There is a branch of thaumaturgy that does things along those lines. But I don't know if I'd never heard of that murdering the person, because it's sort of the same. Anyway, I don't think that's what that could be what the person was, but I don't think that's what killed the person.
Maybe we should just figure out who the person is. See if there's, like a reason. Like, I don't know, debt.
Is there a program on the floor abandoned by the scared crowd?
Yeah.
Who on the program looks like they'd fit the bill?
Everyone on the program uses stage names.
Yeah.
The person who was performing was known as the Phantom.
Maybe it was a rival. Do circus people have rivals?
I would assume so. It's a show. I feel like that's a thing. We could just ask around.
Did any of you want to do anything with the mirror?
I can't do anything with the mirror, sadly.
Take it with you.
I do want to make a bad decision and maybe take a shard with me.
Oh, hey, could I do a curse check on the mirror?
Oh yeah, we got curse lore.
Yeah, we
got curse lore, dang it. I got curse lore, I got esoteric lore. Do either of those apply?
I have curse lore.
Yeah, both of those could apply. Curse lore, esoteric lore.
It's very funny that the cousin's dice rolled better on this. It's
hero point time.
23, 16 plus 7, 23.
Well, technically it's a 13, but it is a natural one that I spent a whole hero point to get.
Oof.
Yeah, no,
I could spend another one.
Mhm.
I won't.
So the two of you go over to investigate the mirror. As you're doing this, we'll start with you, Lou. As you're looking over this mirror, these broken shards of this mirror, at first, you just think it's a trick of the light. As you're looking down into this mirror, you see your own kind of broken reflection, because again, it is a broken mirror. But that can't be you. Your eyes are all glassy and white, and on your head is biting into your skin is a crown of thorns. And Yuri, you see that in that moment, there is a being known as the Lady of Thorns, who is known to, through her magic, travel through mirrors and steal faces.
I'm going to slap that mirror out of Lou's hand so fast.
As this happens and you do, the mirror hits the ground and you watch as a hand comes up through the mirror.
I'm going to stomp on it.
This weird, twisted reflection of your cousin.
Okay, this is the Lady of Thorns stealing faces. Stop. Go back.
Cousins are doing bad shit.
Mm-hmm.
The mothers are standing like in the corner staring at each other like, oh my god. We didn't plan for this. This is what the fuck. Like I can see them mumbling like, oh my fucking god. Just in the corner like, we didn't do it.
We have
on a Tuesday?
motive now. Back, you fiend.
So we're gonna fight it?
Does it look like me?
Yes, you will be fighting it. Unfortunately, lose nat 1.
Am I getting kidnapped?
It's certainly gonna try, as a hand will reach out and grab at you. Lou, give me a reflex save.
Actually, I don't care. I kind of want this to go badly. What we get? Ooh. That's not a good number. Reflex save?
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled a 6, but that does give me a 17.
A 17. So let's see. Yeah, you are managing to hold on just barely. It really helps that there isn't a full clear surface for her to pull you in with the shattered mirror. But she's got a grip on you.
I would like to take out the all-for-one axe and chop at this hand.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Let's see. That is going to be a 24.
A 24? Yeah, no, roll damage.
Where are my D8? I haven't rolled combat dice in so long. Nice. 7 plus 3 plus 3. 13 slashing damage.
13 slashing damage. Yeah, it goes through and severs the hand, and the hand itself, when it is severed from the body, turns into liquid quicksilver as it melts into the ground. And you, for the time being, have saved Lou from a horrible fate. due to the Lady of Thorns, but
Dang.
now the Lady of Thorns knows what Lou looks like.
Oh.
And
Hell yeah.
we'll figure out what that means next time. Now, Tiki, you take us out.
Thank God, I was eating my sandwich. I was like, okay. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode, actually to the ending this time. If you like what we do here, feel free to follow us on Blue Sky, on Instagram, on Patreon. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. If we get enough votes, I'll post the terrible picture of my sandwich onto the Patreon. Stop shaking your heads. Jesus. No one here likes
I've seen your
innovation.
sandwiches.
Give us some positive reviews so we can keep making the content that you like, even though we'll continue to make it anyways, but like you can give us 5-star reviews anyways, as a treat, you know? As a treat. And remember, kids, stay safe. Cannibalism's fun, but also don't assume that an episode is done early and then go make a sandwich and feel sad about it.
I've been dreaming, dark so long I cannot find the meaning. Hold my hand, let me stay by your side through this never-ending night. I can feel it now, it haunts me. All these demons, how they surround me in this red light. It calls me, he is reaching out, consuming.